Why, hello, everyone. This is the inaugural kickoff of my. I think I'm going to do it bi-weekly because reviewing with a slight buzz a drink every week would probably be really hard on me. So I'm only going to do it bi-weekly. But we are kicking off the bi-weekly beer or cider or mead review, and since it is a holiday season, you can tell because of my festive hat. The bi-weekly review of any adult alcoholic beverage. And this week, or this time, kicking it off, we're going to be trying the Wildcraft Cider Works Krampus Cranberry Juniper Cider. Full disclosure, I've had this last year. However, I don't remember a damn thing about it. Okay, this isn't going to work. That's got to go. Look, it's so classy. That's how you can tell this is happening relatively live. Because I didn't do an edit there. If I was a classy videographer, I'd have done an edit there. So it's an imperial cider with cranberries and juniper berries. It comes out of Wildcraft Cider Works, which is here in Oregon, in Eugene, Oregon. Wildcraft Cider Works. So I'm going to read the side of the bottle here. In European folklore, Krampus is a horned goat-footed demon, traditionally accompanying St. Nicholas during the Christmas holiday season, while St. Nicholas reward... You know what? If you're watching this video, you know who Krampus is. If you're a bad kid, he beats you with a switch, throws you in a burlap sack, drags you into hell, blah, 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 blah. The word is, he's dope looking. So the ingredients on this, even though it is a cranberry juniper cider, you still have to have apples. You can't get enough sugars especially from junipers. Or from cranberry, but they are great additives to any cider, which I have used myself. Not junipers, but I have used cranberries before in my Drink Deliciously cider. I thought about reviewing my own beers and ciders, but that felt like super wanky even for me. All right, so naturally, apples is the base ingredient, as all ciders. So here we go. First off, I really love the label. I like the color scheme. It probably actually gets a little bit lost in the shelves of your local bottle shop because it does kind of blend into the background, but I think it's cool. I like how it looks. So here we go. Pop it open. Gonna pour it into my red lantern glass. Custom made by my lovely wife, Jen, who has her own site. JenLikesToMakeThings.com. She's not gonna make you the glass. This is mine, but she made this glass herself. And let's get a little pour here. So it has a great pour. I think I'm going to get the whole thing in here because this glass is not big enough. I'll set it aside. So right off the bat, I really like the color of this. It's very bright and very vibrant. It looks like a bright, festive drink. According to their ingredients, there will be no added coloring to this because it's just... let me see if I can do this without spilling. And reversing it, so that's not going to work either. Apples, cranberries, juniper may contain naturally occurring sulfites. That's just a thing about brewing. So no colors to it. This is just the natural coloring you get from a crisp and clear cider fermentation and then adding cranberries. So here we go. Here's going to be the first sip of it. Krampus Cranberry Juniper Holiday Cider. Actually, not the first sip, not the first smell. Yeah, smells good. The cranberries definitely is definitely the dominant fragrance on here, which isn't all that surprising because it's cranberries. Although it doesn't smell like ocean spray, so if you're worried that it smells like juice, it doesn't. Woo! That is so tart. I don't remember it being this tart. But I'm not complaining. I actually really enjoy a tart cider. I quite enjoy that here. Let's try another sip here. Yeah, that's a really tart bite. So if you're a fan of sour ales, or if you're someone who thinks that I can't do ciders, they're too sweet, they're too much to deal with, they're not as tasty, this is definitely... The Krampus from Cider Works is a good cider for you. Honestly, it does taste a lot more, not like a fruit, not like a, what am I saying the word here? See, these are the buzz reviews. So I'm going to forget my vocabulary really quickly here. I want to say flambic, but that is not a real beer. You know, the lambics. Is that it? I don't know. Anyway, those fruity beers from Belgium, it's not like that either. Here, let's have some more and it'll clearly help out my review style. Yeah, it's really close to a sour ale, which isn't a bad thing if that's what you like. If you're someone that does enjoy more on the sweeter side of ciders, this is not the cider for you. You are not going to like this at all. However, if you're like me and you like a cider that has some tartness, at least on that aspect, the Krampus cider is a solid way to go. That being said, the juniper is really lost in this, which is a shame. Well, okay, a little bit. Hold on. It's the buzz reviews. Okay, it's there. But so it's there, but really only on the back end, which is a shame because I like the juniper flavor. So if you're someone that likes, let's just not kid ourselves. If you like gin and you bought this thinking, oh, it's going to be like, you know, a heavy juniper. It'll be kind of like some hints of a good botanical gin, but also have apple and cranberry. I'll be honest, you're going to be a little disappointed. It's barely there. And I kind of get why, because here's the thing. From my experience, juniper is a hard sell to many people. I mean, that's why aviation needs Ryan Reynolds to make juniper sound funny or tasty. Juniper is a hard sell for people. There's no middle ground on that berry. People either really like it and they enjoy that strong juniper bite. I mean, there's no other berry like it. It's not citrus. It's not pine. It's juniper. But there's no one who says like, you know, it's okay. I can kind of take or leave it. People, because, you know, you mention gin or you mention martinis to people and you either get, ew, gross, or you get, oh my God, that's my jam. So I get why Cidercraft or Wildcraft Cider Works would be on the more conservative side of that. That being said, I don't know. I think if you're going to put, you know, cranberry juniper on your label, I'd really like the juniper to come through. On the other side, it's not all that surprising because cranberry is an incredibly dominant flavor. It's just, you know, cranberry is like the star in Super Mario Brothers that once you grab it, it's like dun 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 dun. It just takes out everything. For like the entire drink. Like this is what cranberry does. If you add some cranberries in your secondary fermentation or whatever for your ciders and you want to add that little bit of like citrus tart, cranberry is good. Cranberry works fine for that. But if you're going to make it if you're going to put on cranberry to get this color, it's going to be the dominant flavor, which it is here. Which isn't bad. I like cranberry. I like a super tart cider. It's also very dry. Like, as soon as you take a sip, which I'm going to do again. I'm not making this face for comedic reasons. Well, maybe a little. But it does. You pucker up quickly. It's a very dry cider. And not... All right, tangent. Dry doesn't necessarily mean that it is not sweet. You can be... The thing is that most not sweet ciders are also very dry. But although rare, you can have a sweet cider that is still dry. That just means that afterwards your mouth feels dry. Like it just, the flavors and the ingredients kind of makes you want to have more. And it leaves a very dry, almost dusty sawdust feel. I'm not really selling that concept. You'll know it when you have it. But whenever someone says, like, I don't like sweet ciders, I don't like dry ciders, I mean, it's not, you can enjoy both. This is a very dry cider, which makes you want to drink it really fast and then have something not dry afterwards. So, all right. I don't have a rating system yet. In fact, you should send me an email or leave a comment down below on the Patreon there. What kind of rating system should I create? Knowing this show, knowing me, Star Trek, D&D, whatever. Let's come up with a rating system. As it stands right now, I really like this. But, yeah, I do wish it had more juniper flavor. I love the color. I love the carbonation level. I like the dryness. I like the tart flavor. The apple's kind of... It really is just drinking a cranberry cider. The apple's kind of lost. The juniper, apart from the aroma, which is mainly cranberry. You know what? I do like it, but I wish there was more juniper flavor. I wish there was less cranberry flavor. And I do wish there was some apple. I mean, it still is an apple cider. It's not a perry. It's not a fruit wine. It's not a pineapple cider. It's an apple cider with cranberry and juniper added to it. But A+ for label design. That's really cool. Even though this guy kind of looks like Wishmaster. As you wish. Which is not a complaint. That's pretty dope. So, no rating yet. Right now I would just say, would buy again. Clearly, because I bought it last year. So there we go. The inaugural edition of Geek in the City Reviews Booze. Also in the comments below, let's come up with a better name. With that being said, be sure to tune in every week on for Geek in the City Radio at geekinthecity.com. Every Thursday we put up a new podcast. And tell your friends and spread the word. And check out this Patreon, patreon.com/@geekinthecity. No, /geekinthecity. You can also find me on Twitter @geekinthecity. Much like Spaceballs, I just use the same thing. And with that, I'm signing off. Musada.